Hello students, today I'm going to give an overview of the lesson Disconnect to Connect. Now the lesson begins with a few terms like new gen, Facebook generation, digital natives, and today's children are called by these terms. The reason being that they are completely dependent upon the social media and their life revolves around digitalization. So it is the social media, it is this media that is controlling their minds without their knowledge. And people, they primarily use social networking to keep personal contact with friends and relatives and for entertainment. Business sector and various other organizations also use social media to promote their products, brands, etc. And this person, Andrew Brown, says the internet is so big, so powerful, and pointless that for some people it is a complete substitute for life. Because most of the people they spend their most of the time on social media. Tina Brown says the viral power of online media has proven how fast creative ideas can be spread and adopted using tools like cell phones, digital cameras, microcredit, mobile banking, Facebook, and Twitter. So these are some applications of social media. And Bill Gates has quoted, the internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. So this quotation again tells us about how frequently we people use digital media, we use social media for almost every aspect of our life. We are completely dependent upon internet. Then it can bring people from different geographical locations together at a single point with an amazing fast pace for an exchange of products, services, and views. And though studies have shown that social networking is an effective tool for education, but it is these students who are not using social media for education, only a very small percentage use it for this purpose. Mostly children, they use smartphones to share photos, messages through Instagram and other social media. And that is why Gretchen Rubin reminds the teens that turn off your email, turn off your phone, disconnect from the internet, figure out a way to set limits so you can concentrate when you need to and disengage when you need to. And technology is a good servant but a bad master. So do not get addicted to social media. It is a bad master. It's a good servant. Do not let social media rule you. And one major impact in the life of students, and this is an adverse effect, that it reduces the thinking ability. And children, they are of this notion that you don't have to think, you just need to get more and more information, and this is very dangerous. Another problem that is faced by teenagers and adolescents is the cyber friendship. And we have this example of a girl by the name Swati who was killed because of this cyber friendship. She befriended a person called Ram Kumar through the Facebook, and this person Ram Kumar got really attached to Swati, and he thought that it wasn't a virtual friendship but a real friendship, and he had psychological problems, and ultimately he killed Swati in front of a big crowd at a railway station. So this cyber friendship has led to another problem that is called cyber pestering. And you know what is cyber pestering? Where people keep on requesting you to share information, to become friend. So that is called on the internet, maybe through Facebook, maybe through Instagram or any other social media. So this starts to haunt people, cyber pestering, and it has very adverse implications. Then another problem that has been highlighted by the National Crime Records Bureau. Uh, According to the National Crime Records Bureau data, in accordance with the IT Act 2000, the cyber crime is increasing rapidly due to advancement in technology. And when social media is used excessively or in the wrong way, it can have serious consequences. It can have adverse effect on both mental and physical health of individuals. And it makes one's life very complicated. And it is for the youth to know that a new trend of candidates profile tracking has started, and these people, especially the hackers, they keep checking the social and character credentials for fake employment opportunities or even for fraud matrimonial match. And your data is no more safe. Privacy settings of your gadgets alone cannot give privacy for your personal information. And the major problem seen in the kids who use social networking sites is their extreme and extensive usage. They are not able to disconnect. If a child is not greeting his friends at school or interacting with his family members at home, it is because he is addicted to the social media. He's connected because he's completely connected to his social media, and he considers that to be his real life, whereas and he is confused between the virtual world and the real world. So the real relationships do not matter to him. And who students who spend a great deal of time on social networking sites are less able to communicate effectively, leading to grave psychological, very serious psychological issues. They have cracked family relationships. So the best policy is to disconnect. And so here there is this lady who realizes that she was missing on her family because she was completely addicted to her computer. She did not spend much time with her children, and she was missing out on family time because she was totally connected to her internet. And then later on, when she moved to Japan, there she came across a situation where she had to disconnect. Initially, she found it very inconvenient, but she realized what she was missing, and so because of that, she was able to spend quality time with her family and her friends. And there were so many things which she should have done, but she couldn't do because she was totally glued to her computer screen. But now, because it wasn't very convenient for her to use her mobile or use a computer, so she could forcibly, she was made to interact with her family, but ultimately she realized that she was deeply satisfied, and with this new expanse of time to reconnect more deeply, she felt that she could breathe. And then another serious problem that persists is the identity crisis. Such children who tend to use the internet, they have dual personality. They behave differently with different people. And this is because they are strongly influenced by the social media. And this internet, it badly affects the value system. As the children, they get a very wrong idea, watching the soap operas, the internet, the TV serials. They do not really know how to value relations. So they, because what they get on the net, that is the distorted face of love and betrayal relationships. And also there is lack of concentration in such children, and they do not have enough patience to be attentive in scholastic aspects. That means reading their lessons, learning their lessons. That becomes difficult because they are not able to concentrate. So the need of the hour is to have a clear knowledge on the uses and challenges involved in the media world. And the most important thing is right information and awareness. And they there should be a consensus, there should be a kind of agreement between the parents and children as to how much time is to be spent on the media, and an evaluation of this should be done from time to time. And also it would be a good idea if the children are also involved in the penalizing procedures in case there is a punishment to be given. So make children a party to that, okay, and this will help the children follow these rules, because they will be participating in forming these rules. And it is always better not to give children smartphones with internet facility till they reach an age of 16, because at that time they become more mature and they are able to decide as to what is to be seen on the net, which social media sites have to be access to. Then parents should also take care to keep the computer with internet connection in the commonly accessible zone. Extra secrecy is dangerous to life, and there should be an open discussion about the dark face of internet. What are the ill effects of internet? What are the sites which should not be accessed by children, which is capable of destroying children and family? And there are numerous areas where technology has transformed our lives, but that does not necessarily mean that we need to let that take away our basic communication and the way we are able to form and nurture relationships. And sometimes we are so involved with our phone that we find ourselves ignoring the people in the same room. And being in the present moment and deepening our connection is important. So remember, to connect, we sometimes need to disconnect. That means to connect with the people, to connect with the family, to connect with our friends. If we need to develop good relations with them, we need to disconnect from the internet. And Saint Chavra, he was a foresighted man, and about 150 years ago, he taught that keeping bad books in the house is like a fire that hiding beneath a heap of straw. So the treasures parents can acquire and hand over to the children are good spiritual and philosophical books. They may strengthen devotion to God and nourish the intellect, that is the reasoning part, the thinking part, the understanding part of the children. And the essence of Saint Chavra's advices is that while the media is beneficial to man, its misuse ruins his personal, social, and family life in a menacing proportion. Thank you. So that's all about this chapter.